Hello, can you hear me?
Oh,
It's me.
we're here.
I've infiltrated your ears. Welcome to Nerd is the Word, and sorry for saying that about your ears. My name is Jackson DiCarlo, and I'm joined by my friend Ben Anderson.
Oh, I'm here.
Welcome to Nerd is the Word, where hopefully
Mm-hmm.
we are talking into a microphone that's being broadcast on air.
I hope so. So very much.
We are just two nerds that like to talk about whatever nerd stuff, video games, movies, more, and we're just here. Brought to you by Fredonia's online broadcasting station, 89.5 WDVL. So welcome. I'm glad you could be here. So we're just, like I said, two dudes that like to talk about video games, movies, whatever, and talk about our favorites, make some recommendations, reviews, whatever. So my name is Jackson DiCarlo, I mentioned, and this is Ben Anderson.
And I'm Ben Anderson.
But we have a third guest with us today, and probably for the rest of a while. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, that's so neat.
What is your name?
My name is Kayla Giles.
Hi, Kayla Giles. It sounds a lot like Guild, and it's spelled like Guilds, but it's not Giles.
Yeah, it's Giles, but it's definitely spelled like Guilds.
Could you do me a solid and turn up the headphone volume just a smidge?
The headphone vault? Yeah.
Far right side. Excellent. Thank you. I just wanted to hear myself some more. So let's talk about what our favorite type of pizza is.
Favorite type of pizza?
Yeah.
Mm.
Give me 2 seconds to shut the door all the way while you do that.
Yeah. All right. So I like a lot of things on my pizza. The classic pizza in my house is the pepperoni mushroom pizza, but personally I prefer to put on a little bit of sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, and black olives.
That sounds disgusting.
You hate everything.
I do. I really do.
Chicken wing pizza is pretty good.
No, not even that. I
Not even
wouldn't be
that?
comfortable with. I am a fan of the classic pepperoni pizza. But if I were to get more funky with it, I do like the Little Caesars bacon wrapped pizza.
Oh, I heard you
The
love.
deep dish bacon wrapped. It's excellent. And it's probably my favorite.
I know you would love pineapple pizza, wouldn't you?
No. Kayla, what about you?
I personally really enjoy pineapple pizza.
Moving on.
I'm a disgrace.
So what are we talking about this week, Ben? We got a bunch of stuff written down on this sheet of paper.
Yeah, like that's usually our show notes, and we go off.
Yeah, I
those.
wrote it literally 5 minutes ago because
Well, we
there was an
discussed-
emergency with the station that I had to deal with.
Well, we did discuss them last.
We
time.
did discuss them, so we did have some preparation going
Yeah,
into this.
we did actually plan stuff.
We did make good on that promise of getting in this new room, though.
Yes.
So we are in a different area of the radio station. We are in the back of the station in a special room designed for podcasts like this. It's pretty great.
Yes.
We got Kayla in like a booth,
She can actually
like
talk
giving
to
us thumbs up and stuff, and she's working on her levels and doing an actual job. It's wonderful. Isn't this great, Kayla?
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'm getting a yes from our producers.
But
Yeah.
Ben, you should move closer to your microphone.
I am very close.
Got him.
How are you?
Yes.
You can also just turn up his mic levels a bit, unless they're ready whack.
I have.
Oh, okay,
I'm
cool.
pretty damn close.
So here we are. What do you want to talk about first, Ben? We got a bunch of stuff
Yeah, we do
on
have
our
a whole bunch
docket.
of thing. What would you like to talk about? I mean, we can talk about Curse of Strahd. If you'd
Curse
like.
of Strahd. Why? What a wonderful idea.
That was like.
Last semester, we had a show with my good friend and roommate, Jay Gleason,
Yeah.
who is a resident professional dungeon master. He ran our first game of Dungeons & Dragons we had.
Yes.
A lot of people... Was that your first game ever?
Yes.
And we freaking loved it.
It was a good time.
Since then, I have gone down the rabbit hole of Dungeons & Dragons and learned too much about the game. And I'm going to be running a game of my own.
For your own good. You've learned
Yes.
too much. Homework has been squandered.
I've read more of this book than I have any of my textbooks,
Yeah.
which is probably fine.
Probably
I haven't
sad.
failed anything yet.
Yeah. And also, this is.
Is the microphone on? Is it the right microphone?
It's the blue one, right?
I'm blue. No. Blue is this one.
Then no, it's not the right microphone.
Mic check happened a while ago, Ben. What did he tell us?
He told us it was the blue one.
So
Ben,
light green is me,
Yeah.
Yeah,
red is Ben.
I said red was me. I
No,
said
you
it
didn't.
wasn't. The blue one was the one that we
There we
tested you on
go.
first.
You're Ben now.
Thank you for our good friend and resident professional dungeon master, Jake Gleason, for telling us Ben's microphone was not
Yeah,
on.
I was like, I couldn't hear myself, so I just assumed
I
everything
thought
was
he
fine.
was just doing something wrong.
Well, the more you know, folks.
I was doing the rule of like this rule.
Yeah, we got it.
I was doing
Anyway, it's fixed. And we're talking about Dungeons & Dragons. So, Curse of Strahd is an adventure that was written by the professionals at Wizards of the Coast.
Yes.
For me to do for you specifically. It's written
I
just
mean,
for me. It
just
says,
for
"Here
you,
go,
like,
Jackson," in the margins.
It wasn't written during the 70s or anything.
The original Ravenloft adventure was written in the 70s.
Yes.
And this most recent edition came out in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool.
Especially due to the new edition of the game that came out.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Which came out when again?
I believe in 2013 or 14, maybe
Yes.
15.
So
And since then,
fairly
it's
recent.
had quite the resurgence.
Well, it's due to the fact that it's actually easy to play,
Much simpler to play than other editions.
and it's a lot more customizable.
Yep.
Uh,
And the growing pop culture surrounding it, such as with media such as Critical Role and other TV shows
well,
that like as
Stranger
Community,
Things.
Stranger Things, regular show,
Yeah, regular shows.
Gumball. A bunch of shows have D&D. It's awesome. Rick and Morty has a whole comic series based around
Oh,
it.
that's true.
But yes, anyway, about this adventures. This one is not your mama's D&D game. It's run in a very strange place that is foreign to the standard land of Dungeons, in which a vampire named Strahd von Zarovich rules it all, and everyone there is scared of him. And you're there, and you got to deal with it.
We are also not sponsored by.
I'd like to be.
We're not.
Please sponsor us.
We are not sponsored. We should preference this, so
I just like it a lot.
we're not actually selling the product.
But yeah, that's what you'll be doing. Do you want to discuss your character in this adventure?
Sure. So, like, I'm personally right now, I'm taking on a fighter, a classic human. What was it
The
called?
Battle
The
Master.
Battle Master. And then I'm having the special background, which is introduced within the Strahd campaign.
The haunted one.
Yes. And I'm planning on, my background is planning to be a mercenary
Uh-huh.
who has already seen some stuff on the battlefield and has
Mhm.
previous battle knowledge.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we made your character sheet wrong. I don't think we actually gave you the haunted one background.
No, we did not.
Did you want to use the haunted one
I
background?
kind of wanted to because
We just forgot about it.
Yeah, we just didn't.
Okay,
do
we'll
it.
change it when we get back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. We also have a
So we-
halfling monk
Mhm.
that Jay is playing.
Yes.
We have a hexblade warlock that our friend Dylan is playing. Mike is playing a human conjuration wizard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's 4.
What about Nikayla?
Michaela is playing a cleric of some sort. She hasn't chosen a domain yet.
I wasn't too sure
And
when.
who's the last guy? Who am I missing? I got Jay, Nick, Ben, Mike,
What about Dylan?
Dylan. I think it's everyone.
Yeah, there's only 5 of us, right?
Yeah. 6.
6.
Jay, Nick, Ben,
Yeah.
Mike, Kayla, Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I did, right?
Yeah, because
Not
Wyatt.
you. Other Michaela,
Michaela.
I should say.
You said Kayla, so I was
You
like,
did say Kayla.
That's not
I know
me.
so many Kaylas and Michaelas, it's all the same thing for
They
me
all
now.
blend together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I-
yeah. I'm very much looking forward to this
In my-
campaign. We'll be starting next Saturday, actually, which will be wonderful.
It will be a fun time. Have you? But I wanted to go back to the Kayla discussion about the names. Have you ever had a Michaela?
A Michaela?
Yeah,
I
Michaela.
know at least 2 or 3 Michaelas.
And then there's Nikayla, which is very weird.
Nicola?
Yeah, like N-I.
I don't know. A Nicola?
No, it's
Nikola Tesla?
it's pronounced Nikayla.
I don't think I've known any Nicolas.
Yeah, that's a weird name.
But yes, I know a few people with similar names.
Yes,
Back to the discussion we are discussing.
I wanted to add.
This will be a lot of fun. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very much excited.
Well, I'm pretty
To
sure
play it.
it's going to be a fun game. It's gothic horror,
Yep.
closer to that. Closer to the actual, like, written piece of Bram Stoker Dracula.
Yep. It's going to be real neat.
And it'll really much fit within our spooky month,
Yes.
which
so
will be
we'll-
starting next
next
week.
show?
Yes.
Wow. What are we doing in our spooky month, Ben?
We have a lot of things planned. For example, we have a few game reviews planned.
Game reviews?
Yes. Of such good games as Silent Hill 2,
Wow.
a classic.
Wow.
We also have the Goosebumps game
Wow.
on PS2.
Wow.
We're also going to be watching more Goosebumps, most likely. If,
Wow.
If not, if not, are you afraid of the dark?
I am afraid of the dark.
Are you?
Yeah.
You have a nightlight on in your room?
Yeah.
Multiple, I'd
A
imagine.
few. A lot of things light up in my room.
Yeah, they do light up. They're rainbow, right?
Yes. RGB.
It was pretty cool. And then I'm trying to think what else is there we have to watch. We're gonna watch some funny horror movies that are just really bad.
What was the one we watched
Hmm?
for Christmas that was Nazi elves?
Oh, it was Elves.
It was it was just called
was
elves.
called Elves.
That was funny.
That was really good.
I remember Santa shooting someone with a shotgun in that movie.
That was awesome.
I do want to watch Jack Frost 2.
That's Christmas time, not
Anyway,
Halloween. I mean,
yes, we have so much planned for the
we
spooky
do have
month,
a lot planned for Spooky Month.
and I can't wait to keep you guys posted
well,
on this Curse of
I
Strahd
mean,
thing too.
even also we have other stuff even to talk about during Spooky Month that are not necessarily related, like
such as the Joker movie.
the Joker movie that comes out the second week of Spooky Month.
Yep,
So we have that to talk about.
we have such a full plate.
We kind of do.
Let's hope we remember to write stuff for it.
Hopefully, we remember to continue this
Yes.
in November.
Let's see. Anything else about this Curse of Strahd thing? Oh, you guys are vampire hunters. Well, you're
Yes.
not vampire hunters. You're werewolf hunters.
hmm
So you have been commissioned by some cool dude in Daggerford to go kill werewolves.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like I trained my whole life to do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I've
Do you
been
have any
doing that.
personal stake in this?
Well, I will.
Was your kid taken by a werewolf?
No,
Oh,
I'm a
that'd
mercenary.
be cool.
I wouldn't have kids.
I mean, you don't know. You get around.
I guess so.
Maybe you in your conquest you had
My
a one night stand
Yeah.
and you never knew about the kid she had.
I just don't think the character I was gonna have that would be that old.
Oh, is it like a young dude?
Like younger, like he would be within his 20s.
Oh, okay.
So like I guess he could have a young child.
Like a little boy.
Yeah, it would be a little boy.
A
or a
little
little
tiny
girl.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I if you want to do that, I wasn't imagining that for the character.
I don't know because you haven't given me anything about your character.
No,
yet. So,
yeah.
well, yeah, that'll be cool. We'll definitely be keeping you guys posted on this campaign
Mhm.
as it unravels. The first session will be dealing with hunting down these werewolves, and we'll be doing the Death House,
The Death House.
which is a free expansion on top of Curse of Strahd,
Which
in
is-
which the party has to go through a haunted house and not die.
Mhm. Which-
So that'll be wonderful.
It's a good introduction, correct,
is.
into the land of Curse of Strahd.
If you are too poor to buy Curse of Strahd or too untech savvy to find it online, you can download for free, legally, the Death House and run it with your friends.
Yes. So you can,
It's on the Wizard of the
experience the
Coast
game.
website.
and if you, even at, let's say you do have the money,
Yeah.
let's say that, and you just want to try it out, seems like a good place to start.
Uh-huh. It's pretty great.
Yes.
And last bit of D&D news. Me and 3 to 4 guys here are going to be running a Dungeons & Dragons show.
Oh,
on
are you?
air.
I didn't know if you guys were gonna do that. Or
This
not.
is officially official now.
official.
It's in the planning processes still,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to be called D&DVL because that's the channel we're on. It's a pun.
Yeah.
And we're going to be running the Lost Mines of Phandelver. And I'll be dungeon mastering that.
I was curious if you're gonna dungeon master.
So if
that.
you're interested to see me talk even more about Dungeons and Dragons, when this show actually runs, I'll be sure to plug it. And you can listen to me run the game for a bunch of chumps.
For a bunch.
Well, at least one chump. Matt's out there. He's listening. He's the chump. He's never played before.
Yeah. Did you want me to record that for you guys?
We got it. We're going to be playing it in here.
Oh, okay.
So we will have it pre-recorded
pre-recorded
and then aired separately once it's been heavily censored and cut out all the nonsense.
Okay, I didn't know how you were gonna do that.
Well, D&D tends to bring out the most French.
That
in
was
some
that was
people.
part of the reason why I was curious about even starting one in the radio
Yes.
station, just because
Well,
it's
we got
funny.
it made.
It's funny to be a little bit explicit.
It'll be fun. It'll be
Yes.
a lot of fun. So yes, lots to look forward to here.
hmm
Now we get more Angry Boy.
Oh yeah, we do get Angry Boy.
There has been a scourge in the gaming industry recently. So you may have heard of it. It's called Fortnite. This game was announced 8 years ago, I believe,
Is it actually
as
years ago
a
now?
base building zombie survival game,
which was pretty cool.
which was cool, and I wanted to play it.
hmm
And then, like 2 years ago, they were like, "Nah, we're a battle royale," and they're the reason why we have all this awful stuff in the world, like poverty and climate change.
Well,
I'm sure you've seen the kids dancing and raising the
the roof.
temperature of the ozone layer.
Oh, well, they're raising the ozone layer. You know.
This is a problem.
hmm
On top of Fortnite, the company that makes them, Epic Games, owned by Tim Sweeney, is equally as horrible. Since the massive success of Fortnite, they've decided to make their own online game store. And there are several of these. There's Steam, which has been the founder and leader of
The leader.
all of this. Basically, you go on to your computer, download this app, and it's a marketplace to buy games for your computer. You can buy all sorts of stuff, old and new, and there's all sorts of other cool features that I'll get into later. And like EA has one, Blizzard has one. There's like Good Old Games too, which is a separate thing.
Yes.
Humble Bundle, Discord, they all have their own stores.
Yeah.
Epic Games.
Well, the Humble Bundle has a very different market strategy.
In a way. Theirs is all for charity.
Yes.
But I think they literally just give you Steam keys, though.
That's what I mean. So it's like you're still running the game through Steam, so it's technically not.
But yes,
that.
these stores have existed for a while, with Steam at the forefront.
Yes.
So then Epic Games decides to make their store,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool and fine because they have an exclusive game that they made and that they want on their platform.
That makes sense.
However, they have decided to employ a technique which incorporates the Scourge Fortnite's money revenue into their own, selfish ways. So what they do is they see an up-and-coming indie game. Say this one's about building a cool zoo, right? You want to build a zoo? This game's really free and cool. Build a zoo.
Mm-hmm.
They offer that game developer millions of dollars to be on their store exclusively
Mm-hmm.
for a limited time,
Yes.
which sucks
It sucks because of a lot of
for
different
multiple
things.
reasons. But it's gone from being indie games
Yes.
to full-fledged AAA games that have been announced for years
Mm-hmm.
to just nonsense.
Well, okay, the issue on its own isn't the fact that it's exclusive.
Yes.
Because look at other companies such as Nintendo or Microsoft that
Mhm.
has made exclusive games for a long time and just put it on their own hardware.
Because they make those games.
Yes.
Or they have the studio.
But
They
they
literally own the studio that makes the game.
But they also have a reputation to uphold
Mhm.
if the game is bad.
Exactly.
Now, the issue is once you're downloading this onto your laptop and or desktop, it messes around with your computer and files.
It is detrimental to your computer's health, actually.
Yes.
Because it will transmit your data
Mm-hmm.
to Tencent,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Chinese data company.
Yes.
It literally extracts data from your computer without your permission to do that.
Well, it's your permission when you accept the
When you download
user.
the thing.
Yeah, once you accept the user agreement that comes with it,
Yeah.
it basically goes.
But this exclusivity thing has caused quite an uproar because games that are being exclusive kind of have no right to be in a way. Most of which, like these AAA games like Borderlands 3 specifically,
Mhm.
Metro Exodus,
Now, these are timed exclusive, not
Yes.
necessarily
they're for a
only
year.
on there, but they're on there for the usual agreement is a year, correct?
Yeah,
So they're on there for a year. There's no way you can play it anywhere else legally.
on the computer.
Yes.
For games that are coming out on Xbox or PlayStation, that's still a thing.
Yeah, that's also true.
But the issue comes with you're being forced to buy it on a just purely inferior platform
Yes.
that has less features, less
Mhm.
control, less stability. It doesn't even have a shopping cart in its store.
Mhm.
If you want to buy more than one game, you have to buy them
Yes.
individually. And it got to the point where if you bought too many games during their summer sale, they banned your account because they thought it was suspicious activity.
Yes. I mean, they have a lot of system issues, and I mean, honestly, you could say that's just starting
Jitters.
jitters.
But
yes.
this hasn't been starting.
No, the
They've
issue is
literally abandoned the
around.
roadmap.
I was
to
going to say they've
making
been
the thing
around
better.
for how long now? How long has the
Epic Games has
store?
been around for a while. The
But what about
store
the store?
specifically has been around probably for at least a year or two.
Because Epic Games has been around for a long time. They developed Quake,
Yep.
one of the original.
The Unreal
Arena.
Engine
Yeah,
that's they're doing.
Like they've done a lot of good things,
Uh-huh.
I would say overall, but currently they've been really just going after the consumer in a very negative way,
Yeah.
and it's kind of upsetting seeing a company that is so just kind of like rushes itself into the community and then just like stomps on it.
Yeah, it's really rough because this has done nothing but split the gaming community into two parts because of how much people are just really hate this Epic
Well,
Games Store thing.
It splits us more from it splits us from developer and consumer.
Yeah.
And the issue is also on the consumer front, if they're getting mad at developers who might not have control over
Yeah.
certain things. Like,
There's literally a subreddit called F word Epic.
yes.
It has 9 times the subscribers than the Epic Games Store subreddit because of how many people hate this. People are literally willing to either pirate the game to not
Mhm.
support the Epic Games Store or just buy it elsewhere
Yes.
because they really hate this that much.
I personally, I would never download a client quite like that onto my own computer, and I'm willing to wait.
So there are 2 cases that I'd like to bring to attention.
Yes.
There was this game in development called Ooblets, I believe it was called.
I
It
know what you're
was
talking
a small Pokemon Animal Crossing type of game
Yes.
in which you were in a little farmy village thing and you raise some animals. And it's run by 2 people that are husband and wife game developer team. And this game had been announced for a while and people were excited for it. And then they announced exclusivity to Epic Games. And they released a really condescending letter saying, "Oh no, we did the thing that people get mad about. Sorry. If you don't like it, don't buy it." And it was really controversial. And everyone was like, "Dude, that's just not cool. I can't use Epic Games
Mhm.
because it doesn't work in my country,
Yeah.
or the prices are just literally 3 times as high for no
Mhm.
reason, or
Well-
the DRM alone is killing me."
I was about to say,
And they just said, "Sorry, we don't care."
I was about to say, like, because if it's not optimized so well, the actual thing itself is running so much RAM on your computer or
Yeah.
CPU that you can't even run the game on it. For example, a lot of people that actually have very well-made computers
Yeah.
for Borderlands 3 are trying to stream it, but they can't
Yeah.
because of how much data it's using and how much RAM.
Professional streamers
Yes.
whose job it is to stream a game, who built computers for streaming,
Especially for this.
cannot stream using this platform.
And it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think it's hurting. It hurts the game company's business if they can't
Mhm.
stream your game.
The other case I wanted to bring to attention was a game called Dark, DARQ,
Mm-hmm.
that was announced and developed for a while. And this one is just one guy.
Yes.
And he was offered Epic exclusivity, and he said no
Mhm.
because he knows how volatile that reaction would make it.
Well,
And
there's a stigma around it now.
yeah, and he's released on Steam, and he said, "This is why I said no to exclusivity," and it sold gangbusters. Like, everyone was like, "We really appreciate you not going exclusive." Literally the week after you announced
Mhm.
it would be on Steam,
'Cause
because that's what these companies have
yeah.
done. Like, they said it'll be on Steam, and then they say no, it's Epic exclusive.
Yes.
And, like, if it's a Kickstarter project, it's happened a
Mhm.
few times where they kickstart the game hoping it'll be on Steam,
Yeah.
and then they switch, and then everyone's upset about it because they got just gypped.
I mean, a lot of these, especially, I would argue these smaller developers, they don't know any better, I think.
Or they need to. Like,
They need
the
to.
money that Epic will give them is required to keep the lights on,
Mm-hmm. Or
which is kind of a more understandable reason. But when it's these AAA developers
Yes.
that are going for it just for pure greed,
Mm-hmm.
that's when people get upset.
But then the developers can't do anything about it that are on those games.
Yeah.
Because it's the publisher's decision. It's not
Exactly.
even their own. So it's like, it's
Like, Borderlands 3, I've heard, is an excellent game.
yes,
When it runs
but it's
on, like, Xbox or PS4, wonderful.
yeah,
But the PC version is a bit rough.
and
because
it's
of this
not
reason.
even the developer's fault why it can't run.
So
So
people have been using the Steam forums for Borderlands 2 to talk about Borderlands 3 because Epic Games doesn't have forums,
yes,
and there's no other place they can do it. It's just stupid. The other stupid thing is, like, Back to Dark, he said, "I'm not interested in being exclusive, but I am interested in being on your store."
mm-hmm.
No, we don't want you on our store if you're not going to be exclusive. But other games, other AAA games,
yes,
like Cyberpunk or whatever, they don't have to be exclusive and they're allowed in their store. Why is this double standard?
I don't know. It's very interesting seeing the double standard that Epic Game has with a lot of these platforms. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. Also, I feel like it doesn't make any sense why Steam won't talk about it.
Yeah. Valve CEO did make a statement a while ago saying that exclusives have done nothing but like hurt the industry. But people will say like, well, you have exclusive games in your store,
Because it's their games.
but it's their games.
That's the difference.
Like they literally had developed the games themselves, published it, and put it on their store. So obviously, you're not going to go to an Xbox and play Mario on it because that's Nintendo who makes it.
But I mean, we live at different times now where there's even Xbox games on Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, because these are kind of similar yet different cases.
But yes, they're similar. But the thing is, it still doesn't like hurt you as a consumer as badly as what Epic Games is doing.
Yeah,
Like, there is an argument to say is exclusives in general hurts the marketplace.
yeah.
And you can make that as a valid argument. But the thing is, sometimes it really doesn't. I don't think Nintendo's exclusivity really hurts the market because of how they integrate their games with their own hardware. They make where these companies make their money from is from their software. They don't make it from hardware. The only company that's known to make it off hardware is Nintendo because they use cheaper parts altogether.
Yeah.
Even if it's well made, they still use a previous like CPU system or previous chips that were used last generation. So it's not like a lot of these developers are after you.
Yeah.
Unlike the Epic Games Store.
The issue has come off of PC as well. Like last week, the new Call of Duty game was announced to be exclusive on PlayStation.
That's very odd.
For a year. And this made people really mad. I'm a big PC user, and I understand how people got like when this happened, and the console players were just like, "Oh, get over it." But now it's happening to them, and they understand.
Well, I get it better was the I get it was the PC because I'm like, well, a lot of times people who own PCs also own consoles.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay. But especially when it's a game like Call of Duty where it's a 1-year installment of each game.
Yeah.
It's a game that comes out once every single year. It would be as if like
by a AAA company that has been doing this for decades.
It would be if 2K, which is a basketball game, only had 2020.
They literally have the year of the game's publication in the title.
Yeah, like let's say if they had that only on PlayStation
for a year.
Just make it. Why would you want to play that version of the game on Xbox?
Yeah.
What if it comes out a year later?
It's really scummy. And the people who support this just don't understand just just how anti-consumer it is. And they'll hide behind the argument of like, oh, Epic has a better game split. Like developers on Steam make 66% of the profit of the game because Steam is such a big profit. It's marketplace. They take 33%. Epic Games takes only 12%. They will use that as their shield, but that's the issue. Like the deficit is of how much you'd make on Steam versus Epic is brought into question.
It's still against the consumer.
Yes.
The issue isn't the fact, because the thing is, even though there's that big of a price difference, the game still isn't usually cheaper on Epic. Only just recently have we gotten an example where it's been cheaper, where the Arkham games have been free.
Yeah, so Epic Games has also been using a tactic of giving away a free game or free games every month.
Yes.
And similar to like an Xbox Live type of situation.
Except for you don't pay for a subscription, right?
But that's still not enough to get people to go over there.
I mean, some people it is,
some people
because
do.
some people don't know. But
that doesn't make up for the exclusivity.
Yes, it doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it's real scummy.
I mean, honestly, it's not like these are big games that like these are the Arkham games that came out 5 years ago.
This is all old news. It'd kind of be like lighting a forest on fire and then donating like $100 towards the relief effort.
Basically. And honestly, it's really odd when you look at Steam and then the same game's 75% off.
Yeah.
So you can still just buy it on that platform.
You can just have it on your preferred platform for just a much, better price.
And a much better experience overall.
Absolutely. Steam has all sorts of stuff. They have forums, a community workshop. They have store reviews.
Well, you can also return
shopping cart. You can return your games.
Return the game
easily. You have trading cards. You have like community hubs. Like there's so much stuff on Steam because it's been around for so long, And Epic just thinks they
Yes.
have the right to be the new kid on the block, have nothing to their name,
Mm-hmm.
no reason to go there other than free game once a month, and just yoink all these games.
Yes.
It just sucks. And it's hard to explain to someone who isn't in the sphere, but excuse me,
Yes. So
it really is an issue.
so there's an interesting court case that I've just seen right now.
Yeah,
That's on Kotaku, which is not the most valid source, but
that's enough.
this is about Steam, so we're not going to change topic too
Oh,
much.
yes.
The French court says
Uh-huh.
says Valve must allow Steam users to resell games,
Yeah, so
which is a
this-
very interesting point for a consumer.
Yeah, because technically on Steam, once you buy a game, you buy the license for it.
Yes.
And once you're done with it, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's ideal. So what they're going to have now is people buying games on Steam
Yes.
and then selling them for cheap.
Unless if they can appeal it,
Yeah.
which is most likely going to happen.
I hope they do because that would undercut developer profits.
Yes.
And then the sales that Steam
Well-
is known for would drop because you'd be able to buy 60 copies of a game for like $2. And then when it's not on sale,
well,
sell it for that like
I mean, the
a
issue,
profit.
the only issue I really see, I like that it gives something to the consumer because it's
Yeah.
like owning it physically, kind of.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But the issue is that collapsed the digital marketplace.
Exactly. It would. And it's an issue.
It
but,
would really hurt this marketplace to actually have this because, I mean, remember, Valve also has amazing Steam sales. Like they're
wonderful. Like 90% off
yes,
some games.
like
sometimes.
good games. These aren't like
Like AAA titles.
Yes,
like
these
I
are
got
not
Just
2-bit
Cause
games.
3 for $5.
yes, these aren't like 2-bit games. These are like
Even their games, like they go on sale for really cheap. Like Left 4 Dead 2, you can get for $2.
yes. I mean, granted, Left 4 Dead came out on Xbox 360,
Yeah, but it's still normally $20.
Yeah. and it's a very good game.
Yeah.
And has a very still has new content coming out of it from the modding
From the
community
yeah.
and the community at large. I mean, honestly, I feel like this spells out a lot more trouble if this actually does not get appealed.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting situation to see what happens.
Because if this falls over and we are allowed to do this, I'm imagining the Epic Game Store is next.
yeah,
The
I don't know what will happen with this.
Yes, the Nintendo Game Store is next.
Yeah.
All the the console market is next.
yeah.
And really, no matter what system you're on, this will affect you
yeah, this is one we just have to play out and see what happens.
because your
'cause
platform
we
of
can't-
choice, really will affect you.
Well, that's what's happening in the digital marketplace today. Isn't it wonderful?
It's a lot
How
of
about- How about we just have some fun for the rest of the episode?
yeah,
then?
we'll have some fun.
Kayla, would you like to describe what we're doing today?
So we are going to be playing a Newlywed game.
Wow.
Wow,
What an original concept.
we've never done this before.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I hope y'all have lots of paper.
I got some.
I mean, I have some.
Oh,
We don't need a lot. I mean, we can just write on the
Oh
same
my-
piece.
this whole thing is full of stuff.
Oh,
Okay, so I'll just write.
we
I'll
have.
just use it as a pad.
Oh, you're
okay.
gonna use that. Okay, I was gonna say I have more sheets of
All right,
paper.
Kayla will be hosting the game. She will be asking us questions, and we will be writing them down on this
Like-
paper.
Yeah. Well, they ask.
She'll say, Ben, what is Jackson's favorite color?
Yes.
And then I'll write it down. You'll write it down, and we'll show.
Yes.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I had to look through all of these because a lot of them don't apply to you guys.
Yeah, someone was like,
and-
when was your first kiss? And I was like,
Mm.
I don't know about
I don't
that
think
one.
that happened, dude.
Not without me knowing about it. at least.
So we're gonna start simple. Maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
What is Jackson's shoe size?
My shoe size?
Oh.
I'd like to know.
You're really tall and lanky, but I don't
am
know.
tall and
But
lanky.
it doesn't mean big shoe. Oh, I'm trying to actually look at his shoe.
Hang on.
That won't tell me your size.
Hang on, 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Think about it.
Oh, okay, you have to write it down.
I
Wait.
will.
Oh yeah, you don't
I
even know
will.
your own. Okay, I'm gonna write down a number, because this is an audio show and Jackson is gone. He's literally in the booth. He is trying to. He's asking Kayla what is his shoe size and how to figure that out right now.
Hi, I'm in here now.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up a cool song to play.
Like what?
I don't know, like some game showy type thing.
Oh,
What do you think of the Mario Kart character select music?
That'll be
or-
fine.
Okay.
that'll be fine to play.
Oh, it's not even typing.
It's an audio show.
Stop. There we go. These headphones are so much louder than mine.
They
in the
shouldn't
booth.
be
The
loud. They
headphones
should
I'm wearing
be.
have this nice buzz.
Okay, it's this computer. Yeah, there we go. How's that?
That sounds good. All right, I have a shoe size written down.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Do you actually know it? I'll ask him when he walks back in.
I lost my questions.
Do you actually know your shoe size, Jackson?
Not offhand.
Did you look at your shoe?
No, I didn't look at my shoe.
What?
Look right now at my shoe.
He
Okay,
doesn't know, ladies and gentlemen. Who bought your shoes for you?
I did.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your mother.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Go.
I got 11.
11.
Oh!
Hey.
Yeah!
Congratulations, you got it.
Is there like a point system or something?
Yeah, I get a
it's
point.
It's a team game.
Well,
Oh,
I get a
team.
point because I got it
Well,
right.
it's about us. We're working together to try to know things.
I
about
mean, I
something.
know, but I feel happy. I'm going to give myself
Okay,
a point.
but they're collective points. Like we're
Nah,
supposed to be working
I'm going to
together.
separate them. Ben got 1 point.
Okay,
I'm writing down
so
points.
Team Nerd is the Word has 1 point. Ben has contributed 1 point to Team Nerd is the Word.
Okay. Next question.
Sure.
Jackson,
Yeah.
how does Ben like his steak?
How does he like a steak? I
Oh,
don't think
you're
I-
not gonna
I
you're
don't
not
think-
gonna know.
Let's go with this. You ready?
Okay. Well, I'm writing. Okay.
Sniffle. I said medium well.
I said Philly style or raw.
What? What the hell?
So-
Philly style.
So the well, I actually meant Pittsburgh. I didn't even
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh style is when you sear the steak on one side and just sear it on the other side. So it only touches the pan.
Oh.
So it's still like raw on the inside
is
and
that
bleeds out.
healthy?
Yeah, if it's good meat,
Oh, okay.
it's good.
Sure.
It's good.
Okay.
You would not like it.
I wouldn't. All right. Next one, Kayla.
I need to find another question.
Come on. You've been
Kayla,
doing nothing but
you've been-
worrying for
I've been
35
reading the
minutes.
I've been reading the questions. I can't find the ones that I picked out. It takes a minute. And plus the thing keeps loading. No, that's too easy. No, we'll do that one anyway. Ben,
Yeah.
which one of you eats the most junk food?
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. I said me.
I said Jackson.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we all knew. I got a
Nice.
point.
Okay. Jackson,
Yeah.
who is most likely to deal with a spider?
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
I said Ben.
I said Ben as well.
Good, I did it. I'm on the board.
Okay.
I got a point.
You got a point? How?
Oh wait, it's for you, so I'll give you a point.
We're together on this anyway. See what you've done? This is a cooperative game that you've turned into a freaking.
That's what we did last time.
All right, Ben.
Yeah.
Which one of you procrastinates the most?
Oh, we all know.
Ready?
Yeah,
I said me.
I said Jackson.
Yep.
I know Caleb might think it's me, but it actually is
It
Jackson.
really is me.
Really?
Like, yeah.
You just seem so much more responsible than Ben.
Thank you. I like to put off. That
Even though that's
impression on
not
people.
true. Like, have you seen him write a paper?
No, but I've watched him wander into his room stating that he might do homework.
Yeah,
I mean, I do homework.
I do homework.
I guess
Late,
we both do homework. I guess,
like it's done.
Okay. I mean, as long as it gets done,
I
right?
guess that's true.
Okay, Jackson.
Yeah.
What is Ben's favorite movie?
Oh, I don't
Ooh.
think you're actually gonna get it. I'll write one down.
Shnikes, dude.
Oh God,
Have we talked about this?
no, not really.
Oh, we have. We have.
Have we? I'm afraid I won't write the right one.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I said Back to the Future.
I also
3.
wrote down Back to the Future.
Yes.
That's fine if it's not 3.
I thought you said 3 was your
No,
favorite.
3 is not my favorite,
Oh,
but
But
I
thought-
like Back
you know
to
you
the
like
Future.
all of them.
Yeah, I like them all pretty evenly.
Why did I think of 3 though?
I think
Oh, because I've never seen 3 and you said it was good.
I've talked about how 3 is good.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben. Which one of you has the worst handwriting?
I think that's pretty even though.
You skip that one. It's me, but skip it.
That,
Okay.
They're both pretty
Like-
gnarly.
like,
I'm just
yeah, I
looking
was
at
gonna say,
his
I
and
was like,
looking at mine.
like I can read yours. And
I
you
can read yours
you
too,
can read
but
mine.
not very
I don't
presentable.
consider it
Okay.
good.
Then instead, do you know what Jackson's first job was?
Oh yeah,
You probably.
yeah, I have it right here.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I said Tim Hortons.
That's at Tim Hortons as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is going much better than it did the first time you played.
What?
I don't know what
Well,
the,
you
I don't know
guys
what
know each
questions
other a
I
little
asked,
bit
but we're not good.
They weren't these ones. Okay.
Jackson, what is Ben's favorite flavor of potato chip?
Oh, I know what it is. You're not gonna get it.
I said barbecue.
I actually don't like
I
barbecue
don't
at all.
either. What is it?
It's salt and vinegar.
Oh, what?
That's my favorite as well.
I like salt and vinegar a lot.
They're amazing.
Who eats barbecue chips?
I think Mike.
Oh, freaking Mike.
Mike eats anything, so
That's
I
true.
think he
He's a-
would.
The man's a vacuum.
Okay. Who did I need to ask the next question to?
Ben.
oh yeah, me.
What would Jackson's last meal be?
Well,
Take a
can
shot
it
in the
be
dark
multiple
here.
things or just one thing?
It's a meal. Whatever you can fit into a meal.
Okay. Let me write this out.
It's not a specific place or brand. It's just
No.
the food.
No, it's not like
Just the food.
I think. But what would you? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, I got it.
I said chicken fingers.
I put chicken nuggets in Loganberry to drink.
Yeah, that's accurate.
That's what you would have.
Okay. Jackson, what is the last movie you guys saw together?
The last what?
Movie? Like in theaters? We
What
want
was
to.
the last movie we saw? Did we see one together this year?
Oh, we didn't
So
watch
I
that.
missed Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah, we didn't watch one together this year. Well, we can't talk to each other about it. We didn't watch that together. Oh.
I think. Okay. We'll write our guess, and then if it's correct, if I guess your guess.
Yeah, let me. Okay. I think I have it. I think this was the last one.
Was it Shazam?
I put down Neil Breen movie.
No, we watched Neil Breen like first semester. We never.
No,
watched
we
it
watched it
semester.
second. We watched
did?
it. We watched 3 Neil Breen movies.
No, we only watched 2. We watched Fateful Findings.
I'm
and-
pretty sure that was
no, we
after
watched Double Down
Shazam.
and Fateful Findings.
But I'm pretty sure it was after Shazam.
Are you sure?
I'm not really. I think I'm
'Cause
wrong.
I thought we should saw Neil Breen.
I
Wizard.
thought we saw another movie after Shazam though.
What was it?
It wasn't Endgame because we had to wait in separate
Oh, yeah.
theaters.
Forgot about Endgame.
Does Endgame count or do we watch
No,
it?
we
We
don't
watched
watch
it in
it
separate theaters.
Well, that was a whiff.
Yeah, that was kind of not good. What was that even a question for?
What do you mean?
Like what? Like who was,
Was the last
asked
movie
that?
we watched together?
That felt like something.
That was for me, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
The next
For
one.
someone who watches a lot of movies, it's rough.
Yeah.
All right. Ben,
Yeah.
which one of you goes to bed earlier?
Ooh.
I'll write down a person and the time that I would go to bed, so that we can figure it out.
Like on average?
Yeah, like we'll say on average, because we both go to bed pretty late, but we don't
Yeah.
see each other go to bed.
So I'll write my average bedtime and you write yours.
Yeah.
I think yours is later than mine.
Yeah, I said it was me. I said 2 to 3 a.m.
Yeah, I said 1 to 2.
That's when you go to
Yeah.
bed? Like, sometimes I go to bed earlier than you, but that's not an average.
Yeah.
Like, that's like once out of the week I usually do.
Yeah.
But you have classes earlier than I do.
I do. I have.
So
I have to be up at 8 on one day and be up by 11 the other.
yeah, like my classes, one of them's at 11:30 or 12:30, and then the other one's at 9. But 9 is pretty easy to get up for.
And you also just don't have class on Fridays.
Yeah, that's also true. All right, next question.
Jackson,
Yeah.
what is Ben's favorite fruit?
What?
Favorite fruit?
I'm
You know,
Do you eat
things
fruit?
you don't eat.
I do eat fruit.
I don't.
Well, I know you don't. I don't. Yeah, I would still say that.
Okay. I wrote apple.
That's what I wrote. I like
God.
apples. I like Granny Smith apples. to
Granny
be-
Smith?
Yeah, Granny Smiths are nice.
I don't even remember the kind of apples I used to eat. They were red. Like
Those aren't Granny Smiths.
That you used to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben's next, right?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
What is Jackson's favorite season?
Favorite season. Okay, I have one written down. Do you have one written down?
Yes.
Okay.
I said fall.
I said winter.
No.
Okay.
I'm from Buffalo, but I do not like winter.
Well, I mean, most people from Buffalo wouldn't like winter.
Exactly. I don't like winter. I like the fall because it is chilly and I don't get berated for wearing a sweatshirt and hoodie. I like it because that's when my birthday is and because of the seasonal events such as Halloween.
I thought you didn't like well, okay, you just don't like spooky things. That's more what it
I
is.
don't like horror movies, but I do like Halloween. I like that's a fun.
You like the
fun day.
concepts of
Yes.
Halloween.
Candy
Yeah.
and costumes.
I should have not guessed that.
Fun fact, my middle name is Autumn.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want a medal?
No.
Mine's Thomas. Isn't that pretty?
Mine's Lee.
My dad's name. Is your dad's name Lee?
No.
My dad's name is Thomas.
I mean, it's like General Lee from Civil War. Next question.
Goes to you, right?
I think so.
Or
Yes.
does it go to Jackson? Either
Me,
way.
it goes to me.
The
Oh, okay.
question is, what does the other prefer, cat or dog?
I know what I prefer.
I hope you know what you prefer.
I know.
I don't.
I own both, but I do have a preference.
Okay, I didn't know if you
Could
owned
you?
either.
They're
Honestly,
both amazing.
I never asked.
Okay. You got yours written down?
Dog.
Yeah, I just put down dog.
Yeah, screw cats, dude.
Well, I like cats as well.
Cats annoy me.
Why do they annoy you?
They're just not as fun as dogs.
Have you ever watched them chase a laser?
They're fun
Yeah.
chasing lasers.
But that's not what they do most of the time. That's when they're fun and energetic.
You
The rest
gotta
of the
get
time,
a
they just
small
kind of.
cat, like a kitten, so that
Nah.
it is fun and energetic.
No, that's all he said.
Just no. Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
Before you ask that question, to our active listeners, if you'd like to submit a question, because I know at least 2 people who are bugging me
They're-
about this right now.
Are
My
they?
dad said I'm afraid of spiders, good at procrastinating, and Thomas. So, Dad and perhaps Jay, if you'd like to submit a question, go for
Why
it.
is Jay in your
My dad just said I'm killing him. Fire away, Caleb, while we wait for responses.
I lost my question.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
okay. Let me try and read. Okay. If your house or dorm room caught on fire, what would be the first thing you grabbed before abandoning
For
ship?
who?
Whoever was supposed to answer the question?
For me, I
For you?
Yeah.
What would you grab? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Do you not know?
Okay, I wrote 3 things down.
I mean, I feel like there is a number of things that I could write down.
What
for
did you write down?
If I can say 2 things, I guess I'll say it. I put down your donut blanket.
Yes.
And
I
then-
said my hat, my donut blanket, and my computer.
yeah, you would grab your computer definitely.
The question from my father is, who found my donut boxer shorts?
Between who?
Guess who found them?
Your dad?
He found them. That's a point for the team. I was missing my donut boxes, and he found them. So, thank God. Thank you, Father. I appreciate that. The rest of my boxes are blue, and
Okay.
black.
Except
and
for
I
the
wanted my
donut
donut
ones.
They're fun.
Is donuts another one of your food groups? Because I know
Mm-hmm.
nuggets and sketty are both food groups. For you.
Sketty.
Sketty. Not the green sketty.
Okay, here's a question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
Do I prefer drumsticks or flats?
Oh, God. What would you... Because I never seen you really eat chicken wings here.
Because I eat boneless wings because the place that has
Yeah, the place around here has...
here only has boneless.
Yeah, I
And
never actually seen you eat chicken wings, so we never had this
We'll
discussion.
take an assumption.
I put drums.
Flats.
You really like flats?
I don't like the drumsticks at all.
I think the drums are easier to eat than the
I
flats.
think the flats are easier to eat.
Flats are... I like both, but I'd prefer to eat a drum.
I don't eat much of the drum. I don't like to chomp around them.
You don't like the chomp?
Nah.
They're not that big,
They're
usually.
kind of crunchy, you know?
I like them crunchy.
I don't like crunchy wings. I just like the sauce and the meat. Ben,
Yes.
do you prefer deep dish or regular pizza?
All right, I'll write it down.
We talked about this vaguely earlier. Just
The-
Thank God.
I never really gave you an answer. Well,
I gave you my answer, though.
yeah, I know your answer.
I said you prefer regular
Yeah,
pizza.
I prefer regular.
Got him.
I think it's a matter of I haven't had a really good deep dish pizza in general.
Do you identify more with Mario or Luigi? Do I identify
Oh,
more?
do you?
Yes. So what do you think I identify with more?
Loogie.
You think I identify with Luigi?
Yeah, Loogie.
No.
You think you're the
Mario,
Mario?
only. I hate
You really think
Luigi.
you're the Mario?
Yes.
As you're wearing green and
in a
tall?
red sweatshirt and a red hat?
What
What do you mean?
It's not really that red anymore.
It used to be.
Used
That's
to be a
what
nice
counts.
crimson.
Now
Yeah,
it's-
that's faded.
Now it's faded.
But yes, I'm more of a Mario than a Luigi.
You would play Mario more. because
Jay is
Jay
Luigi.
is definitely Luigi.
I see myself more as a Mario.
But if we were a group together, I feel like I would be the Mario and you would be considered Luigi if we were typecasting.
If it was typecasted because I'm the tall guy and you're the short guy. I'm the tall, skinny guy.
See, but if you weren't typecasting, it'd be the other way around.
I guess so.
Do I prefer Marvel or DC?
Like for what? Or in general?
General.
Because you like both.
I do like both.
But I think you particularly like DC better.
Yes and no.
Because you talk about
I
their
like the
comics
DC
more.
comic lore more, but the
That's-
Marvel movies much more.
That's what I mean. I think you like, in terms of the company, I think you like DC more.
Yeah.
Because
probably.
the animation products are better.
The non-movie ones at least.
You like the movie
Like
animation?
the feature.
Yeah, the
good length.
feature.
Like those are really good.
I think those are
but
good.
like the live action
no,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Live action TV shows aren't that great or bad.
Cool. Anyway,
But
Here's one
did I get a
more.
point or not for
yeah,
that?
you gotta point for that.
Okay, because I was like, I'm pretty sure you like DC more. Especially of how much Green Lantern knowledge you know.
I know an unhealthy amount about the Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
All right, Kayla, back to you in the booth.
Okay, so Jackson.
Yes.
If Ben was to have a themed birthday party, what theme would he pick?
Would I pick?
Yes,
Hmm.
what theme would you pick, Ben?
Oh, I know.
What do you want your birthday party to be?
I don't think you're gonna get it.
I just wrote heffalumps.
I don't like heffalumps.
You
Why
don't
don't
like
you
Well, I'm not
heffalumps?
against
I
heffalumps.
thought you said they were real.
Like they aren't real.
I
I thought
thought
you
you
your
said
whole
they
argument was
were.
that they were real.
Why are you
What did
lying
you
to me?
write?
The Bill Murray themed party.
Bill Murray party.
We would want a Bill Murray
A
party.
Bill Murray party would be pretty fun.
That would also be
But
great.
I thought you also liked heffalumps. A lot.
No, I don't. Well, I'm not against heffalumps. I'm against them being real
I
because they're
thought
not.
they were.
They are real.
Not in the Winnie Pooh universe.
Didn't you see?
We
the
cannot
picture?
discuss. We cannot discuss this now. We don't have enough time for me to run through the Winnie the Pooh universe.
Well, next episode will be about the Winnie
no,
the Universe
it's Spooky
extended
Month.
lore.
It's Spooky Month.
We'll have to cancel Spooky Month to talk about the Winnie the Pooh extended lore.
Ugh. I have to like go deep down the rabbit hole and talk about Winnie the Pooh.
All right, we got one more time for a question each.
Okay. Jackson,
Yes.
out of the people who live in your suite,
Uh-huh.
who would be the one to win a game of Monopoly?
We wouldn't play Monopoly because we all hate it.
But who would win?
I don't hate it. I just feel like it would get boring. But I know who would win. Between us and our group. Actually, maybe. Can I? You just put down one person. I'll put down one person because I don't.
I'm gonna say.
I'll put mine first. I said Mike.
I wrote Mike too.
Yeah, because Mike is gonna have the most endurance to actually like play that long,
Yes.
like willingly. Like
Otherwise, it's
Nick,
no.
maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Nick would probably get bored of it.
if he played throughout, I think he could win. But
I
if
think
he
Nick.
was
Yeah,
bored.
Nick would
done.
probably get bored and like be like, "No, I'll throw the game."
All right, what's this last one, dude?
Ben,
Yeah.
what is the show that Jackson would be most likely to binge watch?
Oh no, he
There's
knows
a
the
lot
answer
of
to this
them.
one.
But I know what you're talking about. That I like that you would be.
Yeah,
That Jackson would binge watch.
Okay, Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. What a freaking show, dude.
we
It's
know touch.
Dreaded, but it's
Yeah, I win.
How
I got
many
10
points did you
points.
guys end up with?
I got
13.
Yeah,
That's
I got
pretty
10
good.
points and you got 3.
That's a total of 13 for the team.
I think I miscount yours, but
I think probably. But thank you for keeping track.
yay!
Thanks, folks, for tuning in to Nerd is the Word.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a ride.
it was a good episode, I thought.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me and Ben, I'm sure.
It means
So
a
we'll
lot
see
to
you
me as
next
well.
week for Spooky Month.
For Spooky Month that I planned.
So it'll be all good,
Hopefully,
all spooky.
all spooky.
We'll see you next week right here on Fredonia's online radio station, 89.5 WDVL. I've been Jackson DiCarlo,
And I've been Ben Anderson.
and we'll see you next week, Fredonia.